Thanks for staying on the program. Now, the Director of the Family Health Division of the Ghana Health Service, Dr. Patrick Aboagye, has attributed early sexual relations by adolescents to misinformation and/or unavailability of information on adolescent sexual reproductive health. Dr. Aboagye was speaking at made the observation during the Bunahafo regional launch of the adolescent school health clubs at Abesim near Sunyang.
The worrying situation has caught the attention of all stakeholders to introduce programs aimed at addressing the issue. Dr. Patrick Aboagye said the Adolescent Health and Development Program of the Family Health Division of the Ghana Health Service, in partnership with the School Health Education Program of the Ghana Education Service, are implementing adolescent health activities in schools. These activities, he noted, are aimed at improving sexual and reproductive health of in-school adolescents. Dr. Patrick Aboagye further said Adolescents' Corner have been created in some health facilities to provide health services tailored to the needs of the young people. He has therefore challenged young people to take advantage of the system to gain knowledge on sexuality. For his part, the Bunahafo Regional Director of Education, Dr. George Ajehene, said the Adolescent School Health Club will have the necessary impact if it is well nurtured.
So issues on adolescents is dear to our hearts. Most of our indicators depend on how adolescents think. And therefore urge all stakeholders of education to endeavor to get the club established in every school in the country, with children between the ages of 8 and 14 who are out of school being brought back to school through the complementary basic education program. I believe the Adolescent School Health Club will have the necessary impact if it is nurtured and managed very well.
A staff of the Electricity Company of Ghana says he fears for his life after he was threatened for sending bills to one of the companies owned by Kennedy Japan, and I'm speaking of the Kempon Group of companies. He spoke earlier with Joy News.
When I went there, I was asked to collect the revenue for ECG. So immediately I guess there's a receptionist, and he introduced me to the accountant. An accountant came. So I was asking him that they are owing us 22,211.93 Ghana cedis. Then the accountant said I should wait, he's coming. I was sitting down for 45 good minutes. This man hasn't attended to me. So I called the receptionist again that I'm still waiting for the man. Then when the man came back, he said, yes, it's true, they haven't made the payment. Then I told him that I'm going to ahead and disconnect the premises. Then I went ahead and disconnected the premises and I left. Around 5:30 to 6 within that time, and I had a call from somebody that he's the one called Ken. Then he also wanted to know whether I'm the Edward, and I said, yes, I'm the Edward. You are the foolish man that you came to my premises. I'll get you again, I'll kill you, I'll shoot you. If I'm a man, come to my premises again. Even I'll make sure that our company, when you step the compound, I'll make sure that all the staffs will beat you. From then the phone cut. Then I called my boss. That this is the incident that has happened to me. Then he said, yes, it's true. Even the man has called him earlier on before he called me that would is threatened. So I should go and lodge the complaint to the airport police station. And I quickly called our regional director, and he also instructed me that I should go ahead and lodge the complaint. And I'm afraid to go back to this particular man. Such customers, one is owing, you have to go to him. It's very, very dangerous. So I told my management that I will work again for ECG.
But I've seen that he owes 22,200 and over. Haven't you been there to demand this money? It's been like 5 months. Why don't you collect the money every month?
Every month I do went to the premises I cannot get access to the man. I don't have access to the man. So always he decided that he will come to the office and make the payment without even telling my management that whether you will make the payment today or not. So my management was saying that today, for instance, I should go ahead. Whatever the man was telling us, I should go ahead and disconnect the premises. That makes me to go ahead and disconnect. For 5 good months, this man has defaulted for the payment.
The largest opposition party, the New Patriotic Party, have decided to embark on a demonstration termed Wongbo, literally meaning we are dying, as their reaction towards the current energy crisis. And this demonstration takes place tomorrow. Now, Joy News' Emmanuel Ante took to the streets to find out from Ghanaians what they think about this demonstration and if it will yield any results at all.
A couple of weeks ago, the Power Minister, Dr. Kwabena Donkor, promised Ghanaians that Dumsor is going to end sometime in 2015. But in the meantime, the situation keeps worsening. Now, the largest opposition party in the country, the NPP, are saying they are embarking on a demonstration they have labeled Wongbo, literally meaning we are dying. Now, they believe that after this demonstration, the issues of the power crisis are going to be resolved. But will this really be resolved after this demonstration? Come with me as I interrogate some members of the general public to get their opinion on this particular matter. Do you believe that the NPP's demonstration that they want to embark on tomorrow to protest against the power crisis we have in that is termed Dumsor will really resolve the issues on the ground?
It wouldn't, but at least they would have said their mind, or they would have, I don't know, but then maybe just voice out what they think is right. It wouldn't solve the situation, but at least it will help.
What do you propose that they do instead of going on a demonstration?
They should demonstrate because they don't like the idea. Probably it could alert the government somehow.
I won't say it's the best, but it's another way of letting the government know that the Dumsor is worrying or is causing trouble to the citizens. So it's part of the solution.
So you believe that after this demonstration, the Dumsor crisis or the Dumsor situation is going to be resolved?
No, I believe that after the demonstration, they should have a press conference and also tell us about what are the ways that they think the government can do to solve the problem. It's not just about demonstrating. As for demonstrating, fine, it's part. It gives, the government the information that, the Dumsor is causing trouble. But I want them to sit down, organize something like a press conference and tell Ghanaians that this is what, like when they came, this is what we did. And this is what the government has come. This is what he's not doing. And this is what we think when he does, maybe the Dumsor will go. That one will also help. But for just demonstrating, that one, you get the people will hear, but it won't solve the problem.
What do you make of it? Do you really think this is going to really resolve the power crisis?
Well, if it's not, I believe they think it's the best thing. That is why they want to do it. So, though it will not stop, but at least maybe it will have an impact.
It's not going to change the situation we are having. So I believe they should come up with solutions that will help us solve the situation rather than going to demonstrate.
I don't think so.
Why do you don't think so?
I think that everybody should come on board to have it resolved. You understand? Because this is a national issue. And going on demonstration, I don't think is the best. It will just be a waste of people's time. Okay, because that wouldn't do anything. It will not change anything.
Okay, so what do you, in the meantime, propose that they do rather, instead of the demonstration?
I think that they should rather join forces with the state to resolve the issue.
Yeah, what do you make of the demonstration that the NPP is embarking on tomorrow against Dumsor?
I support it.
Why?
Because the way the thing goes is not well. It's bad.
So, but do you believe that the demonstration will resolve the power crisis?
We'll be asking onto the matter, but only the president can do and stop that issue. I support the demo. Me, I will go. I will follow them. By all means, I will go.
Do you believe that this particular demonstration is going to resolve the power crisis we have in this country?
I would say no.
Why?
No. Because this is a situation whereby we need to bring our idea on board rather than frustrating the system the more.
So what do you suggest they do?
They should confront the leaders in a humble manner by suggesting to them, bringing ideas on board rather than going on demonstration.
Do you believe that this is really going to change anything concerning the power crisis? Do you really believe that?
I really believe that it's going to change and to bring a peace also to us.
How?
Because if we do it, the government will also follow our problems, issues, and also solve our problems for us. Because they also take an advice also from our complaints that we give to them. So they will also help us to force our problem, and no matter what they can do to help us, so they also try their best for us.
Well, there you have it. Most of the people we have spoken to believe that the Dumsor situation will not be resolved by the demonstration. Others also believe that it can help in resolving the situation because it will be a wake-up call for the government to act on the situation. What about you at home? What do you think? Are you going to join the demonstration? I hand over back to the studio to continue with the discussion.
But away from that, the Ghana operations of hotel chain Movenpick ambassador has come in for criticism for a policy that requires women visiting its main hangout bar to be accompanied by at least a man or be thrown out. A frontline staff of the facility has told Joy News the policy is a security measure. But 5 women who were thrown out by the hotel security about a week ago because there was no man accompanying them wants the hotel taken on.
The 5 women, all colleagues at a health facility here in Accra, says they went to the plush Movenpick sometime last week to celebrate the birthday of a colleague. They, however, told Joy News the hotel security told them women are not allowed into the main hangout bar unaccompanied by a man. Birthday girl Dr. Hajat Mohammed is strongly offended by the incident.
I was too shocked to even ask them for a reason. I was like, I've been coming here, so why from this new rule? Because that wasn't the rule before. Then all of a sudden, they tell us that we need a meal. Even if it is 1 meal, they will let us go. We didn't come with a man.
Saudi Crown Prince Al-Walid bin Talal Abdulaziz Al Saad, who is known to own the Movenpick Ambassador Hotel and was on hand to inaugurate it in 2011, is said to wield a lot of influence on how it is run. Another one of the victims of this supposed policy, Dr. Catherine Atto, believes it may be an extension of similar policies in Saudi Arabia, where women are barred from traveling to certain places alone unless they have male escorts. She's, however, vowed not to ever visit the hotel again because of the policy.
I think it's just wrong. How can I be refused into a place just because I'm a woman? It's just wrong on every count. So no. And I wouldn't encourage anyone else to go to such a place. I'm sorry.
The hotel would not comment on the matter at the time of our visit, but asked for all inquiries to be emailed. The email with a set of questions has since been sent.
I spoke earlier with human rights and gender activist Mercy Ejabe, who condemned the practice and challenged the hotel management to come out clearly on this directive.
First of all, I do not know the basis for this policy or directive, and I do not know what they are seeking to prevent, because there's been a miscommunication here. That is what I want to believe, because otherwise, if they're talking about safety or security, then the communication should be very clear and explicit. Management needs to explain to the various clientele or the clients who come there. For example, are they trying to prevent certain incidents that have occurred in the past? And if they are doing so, what professional guidelines have they sought to do so? Because if you just say that groups of females who are not escorted by a male will be turned out, it is in fact discriminatory. And then it is also raising a lot of questions that, for example, what is the security within the Mervyn Park Hotel itself? Because if I am coming there to either hang out with my friends or do anything, and you're telling me that because I don't have a male escort, I am not safe, then it means that the premises itself is not safe for females. They need to come clean and clear on this.
I see. Now, what our sources have said is the fact that over time, they've seen some women hang out at the bar and harass their customers because they want them on as clients. And so, again, they're trying to prevent something here at the hotel. But would you say they've chosen the right way to do this?
No, but it still boils down to what I am saying. What are their operating guidelines as far as safety and security of whoever comes there is concerned? Do they, for example, look at ID? That is something we need to find out. What are they trying to prevent?
Could they do this in a better way?
That's exactly what I'm saying. So if you say that if any female coming there without a male escort is unsafe, then I do not understand. Unless they want to say that once you have a male in your company, you are one, safe, and then two, you are going to be of good behavior. Is that what they're telling us? So that is why I want to say that perhaps it is a miscommunication. And so as a matter of urgency, because of the profile of Mervyn Park Hotel, we need the management to come out clean and clear to explain what this policy is, what the guidelines are, what they are trying to, what their objectives are. Otherwise, it is very, very discriminatory and anybody can take them on.
Let's go to the Northern Regional Capital, Tamale, where a family of 56-year-old man who died at the Tamale Teaching Hospital is accusing hospital officials of negligence. Ibrahim Idrisu was rushed to the accident and emergency ward of the hospital following difficulties with breathing Saturday night, but medical officials could not save his life. Let's get some detail into the story from our regional correspondent, Mohammed Hashmin. Hello, Mohammed.
Yeah, hello, Temini.
What more can you tell us with the story and why his life could not be saved?
Well, according to the deceased family, the brother of the deceased, Basharu Dabali, the deceased was rushed to the Tamale Teaching Hospital with complaints that he was having difficulties with breathing. So he was rushed to the accident and emergency unit of the hospital. When they arrived, they realized that there were not enough oxygen at the accident and emergency unit of the hospital. There was 7 cylinders with only one which was having oxygen, and that one was being used on another patient. And that patient, according to the deceased brother, was also in a very critical condition. Now, they want the hospital authorities to investigate the circumstances that led to his death. According to them, they believe it was negligence. And just a while ago, I left the Tamale Teaching Hospital. I can confirm that they have enough oxygen. But what management is saying that someone within the accident and emergency unit of the hospital failed in his duty to fill oxygen in the cylinders for the medical staff officers at the accident and emergency unit. So that is what the family wants an investigation into. They have just also petitioned the Ministry of Health and the Regional Security Council and then the hospital board and management about this case.
Very well. Now, what is the management, the hospital management that is? What is its reaction to this accusation?
Well, the public relations officer of the Tamale Teaching Hospital, Misbah Mohammed, told me that this patient who died at the Tamale Teaching Hospital, if they trace through his history, he has been admitted on 3 occasions at the Tamale Teaching Hospital, starting from the 12th of this month, and then he was discharged on the 13th. he was brought again 2 days ago, and then unfortunately he passed. According to them, he was having a cardiac arrest, and that was the reasons for, and it was in a very, very critical condition, and these are some of the reasons why they couldn't save his life.
But did they comment on the oxygen?
According to them, they have enough oxygen at their oxygen plant at the hospital, but they are going to investigate why the cylinders were not filled with oxygen.
Well, thank you very much, Hashmin, for that. Mohammed Hashmin joined us from the Tamale Teaching Hospital, where the hospital has launched an investigation into how a 56-year-old man was not given oxygen, though the hospital had enough for patients who visited it. We'll bring you more on that story in subsequent broadcasts. It's time for some sports action. Baba Tando is ready to give us that, but only in a bit.
Good afternoon, I am Baba Tando. Let's talk sports, and we begin from the camp of Premier League side, Accra Great Olympics, whose head coach Kasim Mingle has attributed his team's abysmal performance in the first Capital Plus Premier League to bickering within the club's management. Now, the former Ghana champions are currently rock bottom of the Premier League log, amassing a paltry 6 points from a possible 21. Coach Mingle, who took over from David Duncan, explains to Joy Sports their progress has been hampered by the disquiet within management.
And before the commencement of the league, we have some understanding between the management, and it rocked the boat a little bit. So, as of now, I think we are trying to smooth a peace pipe. And we go to matches, we play better than our opponents, but at the end of the day, petty mistakes come from some of the inexperience of some of our players, then it costs us. So we are trying to sack them up. They come from Division 1 and now coming to the Premiership. So at times it happens like that. For the first 7 or 8 matches, some of them will be panicking and others. But as they settle in, we will start winning.
However, Coach Mingle is looking forward to bolstering his squad with a number of high-profile stars, including Richard Kingston, Dan Koy, Osei Boateng, and Godwin Atram.
We need experienced players that defense who can control the boys. They've been losing concentration. But when you have an experienced player there, whenever he will tell you, I'll let you, tell you, do this, move to this side. Anytime it can help. And you have an experienced goalkeeper too in the pool, he will be controlling the defense. So there will not be lapses there where they can just lose concentration and concede cheap goals. It can help us. Time when their condition level improves, the experience is already there, so it can help us. You see a better football from them. See, everybody knows they are stars, all right. But we have to assess their condition level before we can say anything. But we need them, and when they come, they will help us. We need some people who command the team, a leader on the field. So when we have them, we assess them, and their condition level improve. I think it can help us to go far.
And going far means that, of course, bringing in the likes of Godwin Atram and Osei Boateng. Now, we know of Godwin Atram very well, Ghana international, who says his career is still much in motion. He says that he's here to help Olympics because he believes that experience is what will sell and take the club up.
Already playing is just that I'm about to end my career, and I'm supposed to end it in Ecuador, but because of the boys that I've grown, my academy, the white man decided that it's better that I stay back home, not to go to the Ecuador anymore. But it's still in plan. If they change their mind, I'll go. So I decided to help Great Olympics since I've been watching their matches and things are not going on well for them. I've already spoke to them from the beginning before they started league that I really want to help them in playing and as well give them a lot of my boys. But I took the boys there and then they didn't, do anything about it. But during the course of the season, things are not going well for them. So they called me and then they spoke to me in a nice way. I said, why not? I'm into football and Olympics is my mother club. Why don't I help? I will help at all costs. So I spoke to Dan and Osei Boateng, and they went to speak to Olele about everything. That's how we came back to Olympics.
Osei Boateng has also been speaking to Joy Sports.
Oh, it's good to be home. Home. I call it my home because I started here, so it's always my home. And being back to Accra is also another home where I belong, where I grew up. So it's a fun to be back home to see the family and playing as well. I've never had the opportunity to watch them this season, but the only time that I watched a game was yesterday. I watched Accra, Suffolk, and they are African, but I have not had the opportunity to see the games of Olympics. But your assessment, that is what the management told me after I came back. We're trying our best just to be with them and see how best our maturity is going to help. Like, it's an instant decision that the management has made. It needs an instant result. So personally, I'm trying my best to just be on good form before I go into a game.
Now, I'll be very surprised if Olympics do not finish amongst the top 4 in the league at the end of the 2015 season because of the quality they have. And it's not just about Godwin Atram or Osei Boateng. There's also Dankwe and Richard Olele Kingston. So let's see what will unfold in the subsequent days as they continue their journey through the 2014-2015 First Capital Plus Premier League. Away from home, let's go to England. FA Cup holders Arsenal will travel to Manchester United for the quarterfinals of the ongoing FA Cup on March 7 or 8. Now, United confirmed their place in the last 8 after coming from behind to win 3-1 at Preston North End. We'll talk about UEFA Champions League in a little bit, but let's come back home and talk about the Black Queens and 25 players selected from across the major female national league. Teams of the female national league have been grouped at the Ghana Soccer Center of Excellence for preparation for the 2015 All-Africa Games and the Olympic Games 2016. Now, let's talk to the head coach of the Black Queens, UC Basigi, who joins me on phone now. Hello, Coach. Good afternoon to you.
Hello.
Hi, Coach. Good afternoon to you.
Oh, good afternoon.
Coach, you've called up 25 players. Do you think these are the players to deliver your goal of reaching the All-Africa Games and the 2016 Olympic Games?
Sure. We are hoping to get there. The first and foremost, our focus is on the qualifier, playing against Zimbabwe, so that after this we set up another target.
All right, Coach, what really needs to be done about the team to ensure that they really do qualify for these 2 tournaments?
It's all about good preparation, and we are already in camp to prepare very well to meet our opponents.
All right, Coach, we wish you all the best, and we'll sure visit you in Pram Pram where you are camping at the moment. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Back to the Champions League now, which returns to the round of 16, and Iron Robin admits Bayern München have a few nerves as they head to the war-torn Ukraine for tonight's Champions League last 16 first leg clash away to Shakhtar Donetsk. My job, talking sports, is done for now. My name is Baba Tanda. Have a good afternoon.
Our top stories here on the program. Gender rights activists condemns discrimination against women at the Ghana operations of the Movenpick Ambassador Hotel. KJT traders demonstrate to resist attempts to relocate them in 2 months. Thank you very much for your company. That's it for the hour. My name is Kimini Nyamani Amana. Have a good day.